Hi. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lonnie Voivod, and hopefully I am streaming live at the Guilford Public Library's Facebook page right now. And I'm so happy to be here on this beautiful Monday, the last day of February 2022. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Our beautiful event is starting in just a minute or two, so I'm going to give people a chance to pop on. We'll see if I can share this. Oh, we can share. Let's see. Look at, I'm listening to myself right now. Oh, I'm going to share this. Oh my goodness, this is funny though. Sorry. I was going to try to share, but it might be too many things happening at once. Let me try that one. Okay. We'll see if that works. All right, I don't see anyone yet, but we are at the one. Oh, someone's here. So if you can say hi, I would be so happy to see you and to know that there's a human on the other side. And then I get like extra excited to share with all my heart. Oh, 2 people. All right, so we are officially a party now, a party of 3. Welcome to How to Be Your Own Muse. I'm very happy. Oh, Leslie, you're there. Leslie Sturgeon showing up for the girlfriends. Thank you so much for being here. You picked a good one. We're going to be here for about 15 minutes. It's going to be short and quick, and hopefully you're going to leave with some inspiration and insight. I do have 6 distinct tips on this How to Be Your Own Muse. And the reason I'm doing this is because I, according to this, am a professional muse. Thank you, Kate LeMay, for getting me my drink container. So you may ask, well, what the heck is a muse, Lonnie? What are we talking about here? So a muse, if we go way back to, Greek days in Greek mythology, they are the 9 goddesses that presided over the arts and sciences. So daughter of Zeus, the king of all gods, and the mom is, tough name, Mnemosyne, goddess of memory. So these two entities formed and gave us these 9 muses. And the muses oversee epic poetry, history, lyric, and love poetry, music, tragedy, sacred poetry, lots of poetry here, dance, comedy, and astronomy. So I want you to think of yourself right now, if you can, just close your eyes. You're a vessel for creation, and you are right now dancing with these 9 muses that represent these beautiful parts of being human. Ways to express yourself, ways to delight yourself, to see and feel and think differently. Hi, Maria. Good job showing up for the How to Be Your Own Muse show. I'm so happy to see you. So when we take the word muse as a verb, it just means to think carefully about something for a long time, maybe to meditate on it, to connect to a deeper level. I will muse about how I feel about nature or the essence of being. So muse comes in verb form in that way. I really like muse as a noun though. So a muse as a noun is a person or imaginary being or force that gives someone ideas and helps them write, paint, make music, dance, and express yourself. So we are here because you deserve to engage with yourself on this level, this frequency, this playing field of wonder and creativity and insight, taking your own talents and passions and using them in a way that might be different than you have before, or deepening your joy, your pleasure of being you. I will say, if you've ever seen the movie Xanadu with Olivia Newton-John, she's a muse in that movie, and she dances and comes to her gentleman artist friend and helps him along with his life work. And my favorite depiction, the Albert Brooks movie with Sharon Stone, that's a funny little movie, but it sure captures the essence of being a muse, where she she has a sense of not just belonging, but she has a fearlessness about her own magical abilities. And I'm hoping that in our short time together, I can give you a little piece of that. And you co-create magic together. I'm sorry you're having legs, Leslie. Hang in there. Hi, Marie. So glad you're here. Thanks for saying hi. Okay, so we are looking, why is this even an issue? Because I really believe that if we can become our own muses, we get to experience the magic and beauty of being alive on a deeper level. And now I think more than ever that experience is longed for and maybe missed a little bit. Maybe we've forgotten how good it is to just be here now with the gifts that are available to us. So we're swinging for the fences, and we are going for the miracle of being alive as our end game here. So the first thing on how to be your own muse is to honor your quirks. I am sure if you are a truthful human being, you have pieces of yourself that you might hide away from others, or maybe yourself that really your good friends, your best friends, know that they are the essence of who you are. And it's the thing that maybe your besties lovingly make fun of you about, or maybe they celebrate you for these quirks. But too many of us take these quirks and we try to push them down instead of realizing that they are the things that make us the most unique, the most extraordinary, the most interesting. So we want to take those things that we may have put off into the shadow, and we want to deliver them on a silver platter to our very own awareness. Thinking like that leads to self-acceptance, and self-acceptance leads to new levels of confidence and grace when we are trying to do our best just being human in these magnificent little flesh suits we dance around in. Your quirks are your desires, your behaviors, any of your fancies that make you uniquely you. They're building blocks of who you are. So you got to honor your quirks, and you will give yourself a strong foundation from which to grow, from which to receive, and to embrace change and levity. So honor your quirks. What are your quirks? Think about a few of them. Give yourself a moment, write a few down, and see if you can bring a little bit, bring them into the light so you can be curious about them and recognize them as the best part of you. Quirks are gifts. Yes, they are, Renee Couples. Thank you. Yes. Number 2, on how to be your own muse. Get a PhD in delight. So I really like this one. What does that mean? So delight, we're talking about delight as a frequency, a feeling, a vibration. You know, we're all energy. So delight is something that is felt on an energetic level. Maybe there's a quickening of the heart, a quickening. Maybe your hair on your arms go up, or maybe you do something like that. You like, this is what I do when I hear like a song I love or live music. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's delight. Anything that makes you feel just a little bit more alive, a little bit happier. Steer away from the things that bring your vibe down whenever possible. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I still, it's a book that's been around for like 30 years, and it's still one of the best ones on this. It's a 12-week program on if you're looking to find things that delight you and to learn more about, maybe you're feeling a little bit disconnected from your own juice, your own joy. See if you can get your hands on the Artist's Way, and or use her tool of something she calls the artist date. Now, the artist date is literally a date that you make with yourself once a week. It can be any length of time, at least an hour is the recommendation. You don't go out with someone else. You don't double it up with a friend or an errand or anything. This is time for you to follow anything or to enhance or follow any nudges of delight. So maybe your thinking mind says, oh, I should go to a museum. That's what fancy people do. But you don't want to go to a museum. Maybe you want to go on a hiking trail in nature. Or maybe you want to go see a movie. Or maybe you want to go stare at the lake for a little bit. So whatever brings you delight, be willing to schedule some time for yourself to make these environments and opportunities to learn about yourself more possible. It's a really fun homework assignment. Delight is to consciously enhance and connect with that feeling of delight. So step one, know where delight lives in your body, how it feels for you, how it expresses itself, so you know its signals. Oh, see, taking yourself on a date sounds delightful. You are correct. Date with yourself for delight. Yes, I love the triple exclamation marks, Maria. All right, so we have delight, and we have, excuse me, I am using my notes. We have quirks and delight. So number 3 on how to be your own muse, act with healthy selfishness and fearless generosity. So what is healthy selfishness? I'll sweepingly say that for a lot of us women, selfishness is a tough one because we are pretty good at giving. That's been my experience, myself and friends. So a healthy selfishness would be setting up boundaries for ourselves for that artist date. Like, it's so easy to not have those 2 hours or think you don't have those 2 hours once a week to engage in something that's just there to inspire your own soul. But I'm giving you permission right now to grab that time and to protect it as fiercely as you would protect, if you're a mom, as fiercely as you'd protect your own children, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about making sure that you are fierce and vigilant about your own joy, about your own sensation of aliveness. And that's a pretty big deal. So healthy selfishness would look like having self-knowing and self-respect enough to carve out your time for your quirks and delights, making your creativity your priority, and setting boundaries is part of that. Now, fearless generosity is playing with a different energy. We're tapping into the energy of abundance, the abundance mindset. So we want to be as generous with our time, our compassion, our willingness to experience our own senses. We want to be generous about the desire to try new things, to give our gifts to others, and to give our gifts to ourselves. So as we learn how to become our own muse, this is an adventure in discovery, in growth, in possibility, in humility. We seek connection, but we don't get attached to the outcome. We allow ourselves to be surprised. We'll also stand our ground when we need to. Act with healthy selfishness and fearless generosity. When we tap into our own creative juices and when we allow ourselves the gift of expansion and exploration, we become brighter and bolder, and people around us benefit from that. So it is a win-win for ourselves and for those we love and for those in our community. Fearless generosity as abundance. You guys are the greatest. You guys are the greatest Facebook Live playful people. Thank you so much. Number 4, act as if magic is your sous chef. So hopefully you've seen a cooking show or you've been to a restaurant and you're familiar with this idea of a sous chef, someone who prepares the whole scene so you can be the master chef of your own banquet, right? So they get they get all the veggies chopped, they get everything ready, they get everything. They're the background player. So I'd like to whisper the invitation to really ground in this sensation of magic, and to know that magic has your back. Magic. And what am I talking about? Boy, what am I talking about magic? I'm talking about that grace in action, where you get a pop of something beyond what you thought was possible. I'm talking about the people and places that show up in moments of synchronicity and insight that you never dared dream, but yet there they are. So why act as if magic is the sous chef? This is your reminder that you are a creator, and you are the creator of your own life. And the world is your prep station. So your job or your opportunity is to tune into the ingredients available to you and see if you can make something delicious. This kind of, we get to take the best of the other tips so far. Like, so we're working with this bounty of abundance, right? So it's a training of our mindset to pay attention to the things in front of us that delight us, and that we and only we can use as a way to feel more playful, as a way to share our own insights and whims with others. This mindset is a mindset game that calls on your own imagination and open-heartedness. Now, why open-heartedness? Our hearts are the place of trust and faith, and I always call our hearts when I teach yoga the alchemizer, the great alchemizer, where you can take ideas that come at you from the ether, you bring them on down, you take who you are through your ground, your foundation, through your power center, and you mix it up in the heart, and the heart literally makes magic. So the acting as if magic is your sous chef is really inviting the heart to use all of its powers, all of its superpowers of love, of hope, of faith, of possibility, of relationships, of community, to see what we got, see how we can make our next amazing meal. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for tuning in. Choose to see when serendipity happens. Yes, Maria. Yes, yes, yes. So your determination and your willingness to play, to choose levity, and to detach from outcomes. You must trust and have faith in your sous chef, right? And know you're always being set up for success. Number 5, embrace whimsy. So we touched on this a little bit. Whimsy being your intuition, your ability to follow your own nudges, just like your ability to be fascinated and to pursue fascination actively and consciously, to engage in the senses, to intentionally experience more aliveness. Take a left instead of a right on your way home from work. Everyone says that example, but literally do something that surprises you and see where it brings you. Spark up a conversation with a stranger. A whimsical person or idea is unusual, playful, unpredictable, rather than serious and practical. Think about Alice in Wonderland. You know, she saw the rabbit, she started chasing, and you know, it's now one of the most beloved stories. Thank you, Lewis Carroll. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the last way to be your own muse is to expect miracles. My dad used to say, all growing up, don't hope for miracles, count on them. Don't hope for miracles, count on them. And I didn't really understand it as a young lass, but I really appreciate that advice now, because as we move into this place of being our own muse, we are shifting our mindsets. We are honoring our own quirks and delights, our own ability to show up in this world uniquely ours without apology. You know, hopefully with kindness and impact. A surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by natural and scientific laws and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. That is a miracle, according to Oxford. So tune in, pay attention, and play with the energy around you and in you, and see what happens when you allow the intention of miracles, the expectation of miracles, to infiltrate your perceptions, your belief systems. You literally operate on a different level with where everything is miracle. That's the secret. Everything is a miracle. Your invitation is to open up your definition of miracle, not as this once in a long shot situation, but I mean the miracle of watching the buds start forming on the trees, and as they open up, that is a freaking miracle, right? I mean, there's so many things once you expand your definition of miracle, when you realize that these miracles are the things that are here to inspire you and to engage with you and to delight you. This becomes a beautiful way for you to show up and experience yourself more creatively, more spiritually, with more connection, reflection. Because what do we know? What we focus on expands, and by expecting miracles, we release the doubt and we become part of the co-creation, part of the co-creative process. So that's my time for today, kids. I do hope that you find ways to be your own muse. Hit me up if you have any questions, anything in the comments you want to say. Oh, Renee, the heart literally makes magic. Yes, everything is a miracle. Yes, yes. Looks like you got the right messaging. Thank you for showing up. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you to Guilford Public Library and Maria Suarez for inviting me to share with you today. And namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Have a great rest of your day.